Once upon a time, in the lush green pastures of Mossy Bottom Farm, there lived a mischievous little sheep named Shaun. Shaun was no ordinary sheep. He was clever, adventurous, and always up to something new. One sunny day, Shaun and his flock were grazing in the meadow when they stumbled upon a magnificent apple tree. The tree was laden with the juiciest, most tempting apples they had ever seen. Shaun's eyes gleamed with excitement as he envisioned the delicious treats they could make from those apples. Shaun gathered his fellow sheep, and together they devised a plan to harvest the apples and bake a scrumptious apple pie. They worked tirelessly, using their creativity and teamwork to collect the apples and gather the necessary ingredients. With the apples gathered and the ingredients in place, Shaun took charge of the kitchen. With determination and a sprinkle of sheepish magic, he whipped up the most incredible apple pie Mossy Bottom Farm had ever seen. The aroma wafted through the air, attracting the attention of the other farm animals. As the pie baked to perfection, Shaun and his friends couldn't contain their excitement. They danced and sang, eagerly awaiting the moment when they could finally taste their creation. Finally, the pie was ready. Shaun carefully sliced it into portions and served it to his friends. With each bite, they savored the sweet taste of success and friendship. From that day on, Shaun's apple pie became a beloved tradition at Mossy Bottom Farm. And whenever they indulged in its deliciousness, they remembered the joy of working together and the magic that happens when friends come together to create something special. And so, with full bellies and happy hearts, Shaun and his flock continued their adventures, knowing that no challenge was too great as long as they had each other. Once upon a time, in the rolling hills of Mossy Bottom Farm, there lived a flock of lively sheep, led by none other than Shaun, the cleverest of them all. Shaun was known far and wide for his wit and resourcefulness, but even he couldn't anticipate the arrival of a newcomer to the flock, a sheep unlike any they had ever encountered. This newcomer was a strange and stubborn sheep named Grumpy. While the other sheep frolicked and grazed contentedly, Grumpy stood alone, wearing a perpetual scowl upon his face. His refusal to join in the flock's activities puzzled Shaun and his friends. Determined to unravel the mystery of Grumpy's grumpiness, Shaun approached him with a friendly smile. But Grumpy merely snorted and turned away, uninterested in making friends. Undeterred, Shaun enlisted the help of his flock to try and cheer up Grumpy. They organized games, performed silly dances, and even presented Grumpy with the finest blades of grass they could find. But Grumpy remained unmoved, stubbornly sticking to his sour disposition. Shaun refused to give up. He knew that there must be a reason behind Grumpy's behavior, and he was determined to uncover it. So he decided to have a heart-to-heart talk with Grumpy. Sitting beneath the shade of an old oak tree, Shaun listened as Grumpy grumbled about feeling out of place and lonely. He explained that he had never quite fit in with the other sheep and didn't know how to be anything other than grumpy. Shaun nodded understandingly, realizing that Grumpy just needed a friend who would accept him for who he was. So, Shaun extended a hoof of friendship, promising to stand by Grumpy no matter what. Slowly but surely, Grumpy's scowl began to soften, replaced by a tentative smile. With Shaun's support and the warmth of friendship, Grumpy started to see the world in a new light. Before long, Grumpy was joining in the flock's antics, his grumpiness melting away with each passing day. And as he became an integral part of the flock, Shaun and his friends learned an important lesson about acceptance, understanding, and the transformative power of friendship. From then on, Grumpy was no longer the strange, stubborn sheep of Mossy Bottom Farm. He was simply Grumpy, a beloved member of the flock who had found his place among friends. And together, they lived happily ever after, proving that even the grumpiest of hearts can be warmed by the bonds of friendship. I hope you like it, enjoy with us, and if you like the movie, give us a like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. Goodbye.